You'll never look at your marketing, pricing, or growth plans the same way ever again once you understand customer lifetime value. So customer lifetime value is what the customer spends with you, not just today or next week, over the course of your whole relationship with them. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you what CLV actually is in plain English, show you how churn affects it, and I'll go through what churn is as well, walk through a free calculator that I've built just for you so you can work out your customer lifetime value and churn, and that's available for download 100% for free, and show you how to use that number to make smarter decisions for your marketing and your advertising. So let's get into it. So first of all, what is CLV? Well, it's customer lifetime values. How much money the average customer brings into your business over the full time that they're with you, whether you run a subscription basis or you're just a damn good chippy or a service-based business and they get you to come back to their place if they've got another issue or if they're doing renovations, or or they might come back to you if you're a hairdresser. They might come back to you once a month or once every 2 months to get a touch up. I don't know what hairdressers do. So there's only two ways to grow a business. You either get more customers or you make the ones that you already have pay you more money, therefore increasing customer lifetime value and decreasing churn rate. So let's run through some quick numbers, and to make the maths easy, let's say you charge $100 a month, or your average customer spends around this much per month. If the average customer stays for 10 months, that customer is now worth $1,000 to your business. It's pretty solid money, really. Obviously, this number can go up and down whether how long they stick around for compared to how much money they spend. So knowing your CLV tells you how much you can afford to spend to get a customer. So whether that be on your marketing or your ads. It's actually when you're actually making money and when you're not, and how valuable your business is over time, not just week to week. So it's a massive metric and you should be tracking it. So in rural and regional businesses, this is incredibly important because your market is actually smaller, so you need to make every customer count. And also, of course, there's the whole rapport thing. If you're not doing a very good job for your customer, then you've just got to go try and get more and more and more and more. And the old Bush Telegraph, people tell people that they have a bad experience. Actually, on average, people will tell 8 to 9 people if they've had a bad experience with your service, compared to only 1 to 2 if they've had good experience. That's crazy. You do a good job. So where churn comes in, churn is how fast people stop buying from you and how fast they leave. So in our hairdresser example, if they're spending $100 for you for this month and then getting a touch up for another $100 next month and then $100 after that, blah, 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 blah. But then they're like, probably starting to get a little bit steep, or you're not doing the same job with what you were, and they go to another hairdresser because maybe they've got the products that they like. Like I said, I don't know. That customer has now churned. They've churned out. They're gone. The chances of them coming back, in a rural area, probably pretty low because the reputation has been tainted a little bit. So high churn equals short customer life, which equals lower customer lifetime value, which equals less profit. Sorry. Even small changes can make a massive difference to your CLV. So if you have a 5% churn rate, the average customer stays for 20 months. With a 20% churn rate, they stick around for 5 months. So going back to our example up the top, with a 5% churn rate, $100 a month, the average customer is worth $2,000 to your business. But at 20%, the average customer is worth $500. That's obviously 1 quarter, 25% of the whole thing, just because of some simple churn rate adjustments. So once people spend money with you, it's a lot easier to keep them spending money, granted that you do a good job. So this is the calculator that I've built. It may look messy, but I'm going to run you through it. So customer lifetime value equals average purchase value times average purchase frequency times average customer lifespan. So let's say your customer has spent $1,000 with you. They've had 10 purchases, which equals the average purchase value is $100. We're just making the maths easy. As you can see, it fills out here by itself. So the APF, the average purchase frequency, so your number of purchases, which is, we've got that number here with number 10, so 10. And the number of unique customers. How many new customers came to your business at that time? So we'll go, let's say you had 20, and then your average purchase frequency is half a time. So every second month they're buying something, because this has worked. I've got it worked out that this calculator is calculating every single month, churn rate for months, customer lifetime value every single month. So every 2 months, somebody is spending $100 with you. So the ACL is your average customer lifespan. What we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to go down to the churn rate calculator, because you need that churn rate calculator. So to work out the churn rate, you go customer at the beginning of the month minus customers at the end of the month. So this doesn't have to be a month. You can work this out over 12 months, depending on how many customers you got and all that sort of stuff. You just change. It's more like, okay, this is going to be over a year instead of 1 month. So you can change that here and write the year and write the year here. So it could even be add to customers at the beginning of this period. So you go enter customers at the beginning of this period. So say you had, we'll go back to our 20 unique customers at the beginning of this period, and at the end of this period you only had 15 minus the divided by the 20. So this is your churn rate, 0.25 or 25%. So your customer's lifetime value is $200. If you're spending $100 on ads or $100 on your marketing, probably not really doing that well. So, how to use this number? So you can compare it to the cost to acquire the customer, CAC or customer acquisition cost. These costs are what you're spending on your marketing ads, but your time as well. If you're spending 4 hours a day creating social media posts to generate 2 clients every 6 months, then it's probably not worth it. Unless you have a crazy good CLV and the prices for your services are sky high, then it's not going to be worth, we're talking $10,000 a month, sort of high ticket items for that. But we'll get realistic for a second. If your CLV is $1,500 and it costs you $300 to get a customer, happy days, that's awesome. But if your CLV drops to $600 due to churn, and you're still spending that $300, then you're in trouble, because it's only a 2 times ROI instead of a 5 times ROI if you had your churn down just that little bit. And like I said, you have to put an hourly rate on your time. So if we're going to do that, and we're going to work that out to work out how much you should be spending on anything on your business. If you earn, to make the maths easy once again, if you earn $1 million a year and you're working 8 hours a week, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, so 40 hours a week, that's $2,000 a year that you're spending on your business. And that means that each hour is worth $500 to you, because you're earning $1 million a year. So these numbers will help you decide whether you can afford to advertise, whether you need to fix customer retention, or whether you're actually scaling profitably or just chasing revenue. So trying to bring in those extra customers to make actual profits. It just gives you clarity. It just makes everything just so clear. So what you can do from here, you can download this exact calculator for free right now. The link is in the description. There's no fluff. It's just a tool that's to help you make better decisions for your business and for your marketing, and get you profitable and making actual money. I built it for business owners just like you, especially regional operators, who want to work smarter, not just harder. You don't want to spend all day on the tools for not making much money. But if you want some help understanding the numbers or building a strategy based around your customer lifetime value, you can book a free call. I'd love to chat. You can also book yourself a free marketing audit. It goes over SEO, and we'll look at your competitors and we'll see how they're doing compared to how you're doing and your rankings and your Googles. So go grab the sheet, run your numbers, and take control of your growth, and I'll see you in the next video.